Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another City Skyline experiment where today I want to try something that's kind of interested me for quite a while, and that all comes down to the education system in City Skyline. What I want to know, is it possible to get 100% of the population to become highly educated? And that's not using any kind of tricks or, mods in kind of that sense or any cheating. It's just good old-fashioned placing schools down, high schools, elementary schools, colleges, universities, libraries, all that good stuff to try and get them to become 100% educated. Will it happen? I don't know. Will we find a constant battle with new people entering the city, old people dying, constantly educating everyone to get everyone 100%? We're going to find out. And also, I'm going to make sure that we've got the money mod. I've got the super demand mod in, so we can always constantly have a flow of people coming in. But I've got the money mod, well, not the money mod, so they've got money enabled, so we have to try and keep the city a balance. So we're going to go crazy in terms of city building. Probably get like, at least 5,000 populations, probably a good-ish number. And then try to fully educate everybody and see if we can get 100%. Now, we don't have any residents at the moment, so we need to set something up. So let's kind of build a basic city. And as always, guys, we're going to go for that beautiful, beautiful, big roundabout that we all know and love. And we're going to build a road off this then. So we're going to start about here. We're going to bring this through the city. Again, we're going to work with this one square tile. If you kind of recognize it, it's the map we use for Falls Town. Beast. We're kind of get a little crisscross here then, so we're making another one go up. So this is just to kind of, keep the traffic flowing through the city. We ain't going to build a huge city. It's going to be nice and small, nice and simple, nice and basic. So what is this then? So we'll kind of go out by 36, go up by... How tall is this one? 40. Okay, so out by 36, up by 20-ish. Now we'll go 25. Cut it in, and again 36, cut it down, up by 25. Nice and simple, creating a very basic loop to the city, not too shabby, looking good. And it's just to kind of keep the traffic flowing. It won't actually be a heavy populated area, but it's just nice to make sure that we've got everything taken care of. So we do something like that, cut it across. There we go. Bring that one up there. Do the same over on this side. So nothing too crazy. Nice and simple. Look at that. And then we'll cut one down the middle. Ooh, that's kind of slightly off, isn't it? Right, we'll do it from this side because I know this one is perfect. Wow. Maybe it's not perfect. Maybe we're just going to have one of those days. There we go. So we've got a very basic kind of city setup. And then we'll kind of bring it out by one. Going around each kind of border. There we go. Cut that up. Cut that across. Same going up to here. So I won't do that connection like I just did over there on the other side, because that's where we enter the city from. Like how I connected it to there. I won't connect it here, because that's where we enter the city from. But we will go up. How far is that? There we go. Got to do those calculations, boy. So once we've got a basic kind of layout for the city, which I'll get all set up now, we'll then start to add in the zoning, all the schools, and hopefully we can keep this place afloat. It's going to be interesting to see if we can do something like that. So this is the kind of skeleton to the city. Everything gets taken care of. We got the kind of outer loop here if we want to add trams in. That's always something that we can go down that route for doing. But I'm not going to build any more roads than what we currently have. So let's get the piping in. We'll get all this in. Go in a beautiful spiral effect. There we go. We'll get the water in then. So we'll start water up there. We'll go sewage down here. And we'll give these guys, which is the cheaper one? 12,200. This one, okay. So give them a little bit of power as well. All good stuff. So let's connect these guys up to the highway then. So inlet outlet road. And then bring this down. Like that. Nice and simple. Nothing too crazy. And this is going to be the skeleton of our city. Already looks really good, doesn't it? So we're losing 1,800-ish a month. So let's zone. So we'll have one side low density residential. And we'll do all this here. Low density residential. Let's make sure that we're not going to go too crazy on the old zone in front. So we'll do a little bit of rectangles. So low density there. This can all be high density. So we'll bring that up to here. Nice, nice, nice. Let's bring it over by 2 more. There we go. So high density. And we might as well zone that bit there. This bit here as well. We need a little bit of industry. And we'll kind of throw this. Let's throw it like there. And then we have this whole side here to be industry as well. And then we're going to need some commercial. So we'll do some high density commercial on this side. Which will kind of throw it in the edge there and put that there. That'll give those guys jobs. Some low density commercial on this side. Now the thing is, because they're not going to be educated enough, no one's going to be able to work in the high density commercial just yet. We'll throw in something for the power then. Now, considering we got quite a bit of money to begin with, we could drop something. Oh, I don't want to drop a nuclear power plant. That's too crazy. We want geothermal plant, 80 kilowatts versus 120 oil plant. What's the price difference? Do you reckon we'll get away with 80? We'll find out. I'll place this here anyway. We're going to need garbage disposal. And we could use incineration plants. We could get away with using the large incineration plant. Which, then again, that's very, very expensive. I believe I've got garbage recycling centers that don't produce any pollution. The eco-friendly plant. Look at that. We've got that one. We've got this one here, which does no pollution whatsoever. How much is that, though? 32 a week. Oh, my goodness me. That is, like, super duper cheap. Right, we'll throw this in. We'll throw this in over on here, this side. So is that going to be enough garbage? It should do. That's kind of crazy, that plant is. So we've got a little bit of gap left in the middle here, where we can throw down schools and stuff like that. So I think we should start to get those in. We've got the power. We've got the water. And hopefully we should start to see the population increasing as we fast forward. Hopefully, the money's now starting to dip down. So we'll see where that goes. We may have to get in stuff like policing and fire stuff first. So I think we should do that. Should go for the enforcer tower. It's going to do the job. Let's just do some. Let's just throw these in. So the enforcer tower there. We'll get the big boy fire station. All those guys are good. Healthcare wise, we get a hospital in. I placed the hospital at the start over here. Just so it's away from this, because it's quite a big building. And of course we need death care. So let's squeeze some death care in. Okay, we got 3 in there. And then we'll see what happens with the money at this point. All the vehicles are now arriving. People are now entering the city to live here. So this is going to be interesting, as we're not really making money at the moment. So it'd be quite interesting to see at what point do we make money. How we got to play around with the budget and stuff like that. We're throwing a parking lot because that always makes us money as well. But ultimately, we've got to try and keep the city afloat while trying to get that 100% highly educated status. So, is it going to be possible? I don't know. But we're going to see how far and how close we can take it to get to that point. So, let's start with some elementary schools. Now, from the get-go, we're going to need quite a few of these because everybody needs that base level education. So we'll do 4 to begin with, which gives us a 1,200 capacity. Now it will continue to increase the capacity or the kind of demand for it. Let's upgrade these roads to get them flowing in a little bit easier. We'll go for a 2-road upgrade and out as well. And then let's do some kind of lane sorting for this. So let's say that light needs to go there. So basically they're going to sort their own lanes out before they arrive. And where's the next one? There's one there, this one here. So if you're going this way, you can pretty much choose from these lanes. There we go. So hopefully that should sort the traffic out a lot easier and sooner to get the traffic flowing in. As you can see, it pretty much does, which is really great. So a lot of them are taking left turns until they adjust the routes they need to go. Let's turn off traffic lights here, here, and here, so they flow in. And it's going to be pretty cool. So we're losing 2,000 a week at the moment. But that should slowly start to turn itself around as everybody slowly starts to move in. So yeah, this is going to be very interesting then. So the owners kind of moved in. We've already got 3% educated, which is pretty cool. We have enough capacity right now for elementary, which it's still continuing to rise, but until it kind of dramatically goes over, I won't change it just yet or do anything to kind of adjust it. So that's going to be pretty cool to see where it kind of goes. We still continue to lose loads and loads of money. Where's the majority of our money disappearing at the moment then? So a lot of it is going in healthcare. And that's it's mainly due to the fact that we've got actually no need for a lot of these crematoriums at the moment. And how much are they each one? Okay, each one's quite... We can leave one for now. Because we don't need all 3 at the moment. Which is fine. We're also going to drop down some parks and stuff like that, because that's also what enables us to create those really, good upgrades and whatnot. So I need good parks with very, very high entertainment levels. So what's huge? This is huge, this carousel, and there's 150 entertainment. So we drop one there and one there. How far does that spread? Okay, so we'll throw one there, one there, and we do one there and one there, and that should give a good coverage in the center for the city's leisure. So that should cause some sweet upgrades, but at the moment we're still hemorrhaging money. And how much did it cost to run those? $64, so not that bad. Not that bad. How's the power situation? How much power does this produce? Oh, that produces a lot of power output, so I can get rid of this. Right, I get rid of that and then rezone some industry. That should also make our budget ridiculously drop, which it kind of has. And we're up to the point now where the money's starting to slow down. We're at 100,000. We have 11% educated. See, the eligibility for citizens to be educated in elementary is now over 1,000 for the first time. So it's just one of those things now. It's now kind of like a waiting game for the city to kind of get itself up and running. But it's doing pretty good. Now, policing. I feel like we don't need that huge one. And what about the fire coverage? Fire coverage is good. But I'm kind of thinking about how I can fine-tune the city slightly. So 2,000 a week versus one of these, which could have been 480 a week. Or this one's 1,600. This one's... Wow. How many police cars do you get from this one? 40. You get 25 from that one. 10 from that one. Okay, what are we going to do then? Get rid of this. And just place down a small little one. Now, does that give us... Gives us okay coverage. Worst case scenario, place another one on the other side. And it's still cheaper than having that big enforcer tower. So we're just finding ways in which we can change the budgets and earn more money. And now, we're making profit-ish. We're about to go into debt again, but we was making profit for that split second. So the budgets are almost even. Budgets are almost even. As more and more people move in, see the population is still increasing. When all these new buildings upgrade, We'll be closing in on that 5,000 population very soon, which is the good number for what we want. And then we can focus all of our might and effort in educating everybody. This is going to be a very, very interesting experiment. So we're now getting to the point where the workers are slightly educated from the elementary school, of course. 36%, where they're now starting to apply and get jobs in the kind of high density commercial. But now the high density commercial is complaining that there's not enough educated workers. Which is good, because now you can see how the population and people are starting to move up the, you know, the kind of work ladder, so to speak. We're making 2,700 a week as well, so now it's worth us getting some extra education schoolings thingy-my-bobs, me booties down. So high schools are next then, which these have a student capacity of 1,000, which I can place 2 of those down, which will completely cover my whole capacity in general for the eligibility. Because the eligibility there is 1,600. So we can start to educate even more of them. But then it brings my weekly earnings down. So I think it's time then that we do one of the easiest things to build up a ton of money. And that is to build, of course, a little city park. That will give us a ton of money. So why don't we then kind of create that quick little district for the park. So we kind of create it over here. It's going to be called Washington Park, which is actually a really cool name for it. So just zone the little space here for it. City Park, there we go. Get the little main entrance on the very start of it just here. Have a nice little path that sticks out. Bring this up as well. There we go. So we've got a nice little path. Looks a little bit weird, but just go with it. Okay? Just go with it, guys. We could take it further up and have it connect with little side gates. Right, it's not in the park area. Let me zone that slightly out a bit more. So that will kind of boost up this whole side as well. So park gates. Squeezing on in there. Oh, not in the, oh, really? It's not in the park area? You're really making me work for this, aren't you, game? You're really making me work for this. There we go. So pretty much bring that up. Same with that one. So just keep the whole thing going. Gonna cause some right upgrades on this side over here anyway. So plazas will drop down. Just do some every so often. There we go. We got little cafes and stuff. Just building up the entertainment levels in this park. Get some little gazebos down. And then we're going to fully upgrade this park as much as possible. Well, first things first, we need to charge the maximum rate. So that will earn us a ton of money. A ton of money. But at the same time, a lot of people are going to use it just to walk. Like to various spots. But look at that. Already 1,000 in income right now. 2,000 in income. We just doubled it. Meaning we're now earning 5,000 almost a week, which is really good. So when it comes to education levels now then, we're now starting to get our first set of well-educated, which is really good. So elementary school demand, well, you know, capacity is good. High school, slowly getting there. And now we're starting to get some university demand. So let's drop down a university. Now, we could go for these big boy ones, the 80,000, which hold 4,000 capacity. Or a basic one, which is this one here. Same 5,000, 4,500. Which one kind of costs more a week? So, it's give or take. They're not too far off each one. So we'll just let the money continue to build up. We've now got 6,000 population as the upgrades still continue to come in the city, which is really handy for us. Not enough educated workers apparently for the low density commercial, but we are slowly educating them. The park's just upgraded, so we now charge more money for people to enter, which means we earn more money a week, which is really good. So things are looking up, guys. Things are definitely looking up. So other ways in which we can earn a little bit more educational demand, which is to do stuff like the citizens will prefer working over education. So we don't want to do the schools out. We're going to do an educational boost for the whole city. So the educational boost does what again? Sorry. Boost education budget, make young adults automatically choose education over working. So that's something that we're going to increase. City planning. I'm sure there's something that we could do like... what was it now? I'm sure there's something else that we can choose to like help out the education. Or is it like free public transport? I can't remember what exactly it was. Free Wi-Fi. Tourists email each other. No, it's not what we want. Just trying to see if anything else I could do to increase it. The educational boost is perfect. That is definitely perfect for us. Encourage biking. It'd probably be another good one. Anything else you want to throw in? Nah, we'll keep it like that. It's all good. Worst case scenario, we could add in like the trams going round. And then do like free public transport. Look at the amount of people just chilling over here. So, because we chose to do that then, how does it change our demands? Everything's been handled pretty much perfectly. What was this again? Sorry, this was 75,000, 1,900 a week. This one's a little bit less, but doesn't hold as many students. So we might as well just go for the standard university and throw that in. Right, where should I squeeze? Should I squeeze it on this side? Let's place it on this side over here. That's all good. We now got a university in, which is pretty damn dope. So, now that we've got all that up and running, what's the education levels like now? Only 44% of the whole population is now uneducated. 42% are educated, 14% are well educated, and 0% are highly educated. So, we should now go to the university and start to see some highly educated people start appearing. Only 9% of the whole population is unemployed. Now 7%, 6%, 5%, 4%. That's dropping ridiculously quick. 2%. Will it go down to 1%? Wow, that was a dramatic drop, wasn't it? Wow. I suppose that's because people are now educated, right? You know, we're getting more educated people. So they're able to apply for those other jobs that we now have available. Which is pretty dope if you ask me. So now that we're starting to get some educated people in, let's now, with the extra spaces that we have, start to zone some offices. Now I might as well just zone the whole space that we have left as offices. Get all those in. How's Washington Park? Making a tidy profit off that. GG everybody. So see how that goes. We might have to like create connections to export goods out of the city. But we'll come to that point when we get there. But this is so damn good. Education right now. So no one's highly educated just yet. The job market, the job front, 4%, 3% unemployed. That's probably the lowest I've ever had it on any like type of city I've ever built. That's mainly because I focus on expanding cities like dramatically. So I wonder what will happen when we do eventually drop in the tram line. I mean, first things first, we've got to upgrade the roads to support trams. So let's start to do that. I mean, it's going to cost us a chunk of money to do it, but once we get that up and running, trams going around in a loop, and then we enable like free public transport. Let's get the citizens moving about. They can't moan that they can't get to work, nor can they get to school. We've got everything covered right there. Everything. So how much for the tram depot? It is 40,000. Okay, continue to work for that then. So what are these complaining about now? There's not enough workers. There's still people moving into the city. The buildings are still being upgraded. Like, they've still got many more levels to go. So slowly but surely we're getting there, guys. Slowly but surely. Washington Park still making a killing. Very impressed. So we've now got our first highly educated citizen, or citizens. should I say. What about the job market right now? Still, 3% unemployed. Not bad. Not bad at all. And we'll see how things go then. Population is increasing. Everything is looking juicy. So we've now got enough money that we can now implement our tram system. And it's quite a big building that we need to place in. And we can squeeze it there, which means we're going to have to get quite rid of some industry. So I don't mind it too much. It is dirty industry, so I don't mind it as much. And we'll create our first line there. And we'll kind of stop off every so often. So one there, one there, one there. Hug it back up. So we've got one stop on each side, which is almost equal spacing, so I don't have to walk too far. There we go. And we're going to implement now then free public transport in the whole city. So is that a service? Yeah, free public transport. There we go. So free public transport. So we shouldn't make any money off public transport now then. So we got a little bit of income from the get-go from people, you know, first getting onto the trams before I implemented that in. We got a lot of them already waiting, which is really good because now they're going to get around to the city. It also reduces traffic. But people who couldn't afford to walk or anything like that now have no excuse to either go to work or go to school and get educated. So yeah, we're making no profit now or income whatsoever of public transport, which is really good. We got tons of people waiting for the tram. So we might need to up how many trams we currently have. Let's check that out. So we've got 4 on each line. Let's let's up it to 6 on each one. So an extra 4 trams going around the whole loop of the city. There's a lot there waiting, isn't there? How many does the tram hold, by the way? It holds 90 people. Holds 90 people and there's still hundreds waiting over there. It's crazy, isn't it? It literally is crazy. See, them trams are just going straight past because, like, they literally have too many people already on them. Do I need to up more trams to go around the city? I don't know. We'll see how things go anyway. How are we doing in terms of education? Now 13% highly educated. We might need to get another high school in to transfer those educated to highly. So I'll drop one just there. Only gets rid of a couple of offices. But it's another high school in. Another way for us to educate, guys. Right, how's that tram thingy doing over here? Right, it has gone down. But not by much. I can't find out that thingy. But not by much. But we're putting dents into it. It's slowly starting to go down. Look how small it's now become. Look at that. It's almost disappeared. Not bad. Let's check out the other ones. So this one's quite dead. But then again, it is in the low residential. We had one over here, didn't we? Yeah, there's one there. Nice. And we have one outside the university too. Not bad. So everyone is rocking and rolling and moving around the city. Damn. City Park's doing so good. So now people are becoming more and more educated. We're now starting to lose workers overall in the industry area. Which always happens, you know, not complaining. But obviously the goal today is to try and get 100% highly educated. It's going to take some time. It's going to be a tough road ahead. But I think we need to start getting community schools in. You know, creative arts, libraries and stuff like that around the city. So let's start with a community school over here. And we'll place it right on the edge. We'll also get next in some creative arts school. Which is going to clash with some of those buildings. So I'll squeeze one in just here. What else we got? What's this one here? This is the elementary school. We have a classic high school. Public library. That's what I want next. Can I squeeze that one in here? Yes. Squeeze that one in just there. More ways to educate. We have an academy as well. Right, so a few extra buildings we now got in. See what happens in general. But just look at all the industry is just begging for more workers, and we just don't have them. The population is up to 9,000 as well. Are these buildings fully upgraded? Not 100% fully upgraded. But they do contain a few uneducated though. 19% now highly educated. We're making our way, guys. Making our way to having a very, very smart community. It's going to be so good. Right, how many people are using the public transport system? 636 a week. Not bad. So I feel like we need to get some more services in. And by more services, we should get an airport in, or maybe a train connection in. Do we have any train connections in here? No, we have to buy some more land. Which is one just up there. We could buy some land to get that in, to drop a little depot in or a train connection. The more services that we have in the city, of course, the more the buildings are going to upgrade and whatnot. But, I mean, these are almost maxed out anyway. That one's upgrading big time. We just have to give it time to upgrade. That's literally all we have to do. Look at this beauty of a city. We are closing in on 10,000 residents, which is pretty cool. Education right now, 30% highly educated. This is going so goddamn well. The job market is crept up to 11% unemployed, but that's mainly down to the fact that a lot of people are choosing to go into education than into work. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But let's try and boost the economy right now. So the industry has been complaining for quite some time. So what we're going to do now is we are going to zone the area. I mean, oh, that's a brand new area. We can zone this area here. There we go. And where else can we take it up to? Just up here. There we go. Beautiful. And we're going to turn it into kind of a space industry. So where is that zoning for it? Oh no, I do it here, don't I? Hold on. Policies, city planning, industrial space planning. There we go. We're also going to make the road come out a little bit. There we go. Bring it out. Just to about there. As we're now going to implement in a few different ways in which we can export the goods. So just bring that road up. So first things first, then we're going to have an airport. So I'm going to drop that over here. Just on the corner there. Nice little airport in, which is going to boost the economy. Look at the amount of upgrades now taking place. Look at them all. Ding-a-ling-ling for days. We're going to have also in... Now, I don't know if it's going to actually work to get the boat route in. Yeah, I didn't think it would, just because of how far it's got to go to travel to it. So, no boat route in. But we'll have the cargo route in. So, drop that in just there. Which means we're going to have to buy a piece of land. This one just here. And that then, has that given me what I need? Yes, perfect. Gives me the train route. There we go. So now, not only can we export the goods out, but we can also export the goods in. Well, that's all set up, right? Yes, perfect. So, population is going to go over 10,000. The office is now fully upgraded too, because we've got like an airport in to do international business. Space planning is now coming to full effect into this place. Hopefully. Hopefully, guys. Policies. What's NIMBY? Oh, is it the noise pollution ban? I think so. Workers' union, strong presence in city, provide workers with better benefits, increase morale, but also reduces tax income. Yeah, we'll go for that as well. Can I just get that on the whole city rather than just like in general? Boom. There we go. So, looking great. Plane is now landing. They've only got to walk over to here to get the tram line route anyway. So plane in comes. People get off. It's going to be full of a lot of tourists. Washington Park should see a boost in that as well, as they might even just walk through that gate because it's right there. Handy. Handy, guys. Right. Everyone can export the goods out from the city, so it increases even more benefits to it. Look at the upgrades right now. Looking so good. So education-wise then, we're now to 37% highly educated. Damn, boy. Amazing. Amazing, Seniac. You're amazing. Let's go through all this. Capacities are brilliant. Capacities are perfect. The job front, 8% unemployed. We've got plenty of jobs available. Plenty of jobs. I'm just waiting now for when we have the death wave of all the seniors dying out. And then we get new people coming in and we got to re-educate them. I'm waiting for that to happen. That's going to be fun and interesting to see what happens there. But the more I'm going through this now, the more I'm starting to realise I don't think we'll ever be able to have 100% highly educated. I don't know. We're up to 38%. I don't know. I think at this point, we're going to be lucky to even get 50%. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. It really is. But do I up the education levels around the city now? Like the facilities, I mean? Like, what's this? An undergraduate library? That gets classed as a university. What if I threw one of these over here? One on that side, just so like if they can't get to that one, they can get to this one. What else we got? Like a public library. It gets classed as a high school thing. So place that right next door to it. Alright, we'll see how much that changes things. Those buildings look kind of cool though as well. It's like underground, that is. That's kind of dope. I like it. But we'll see. We'll see. Washington Park. Wow, you're making a killing. Quite a few visitors are using that. Let me check out the public transport routes now. Yeah, lots of people are now using them. Lots and lots. So it's probably worth as well, train-wise, getting like a general train station in. It's going to take us a while to save up the money. So let's grab a quick loan. A cheap loan. Just to get a generic train station in. And connect it up. And now we have all the connections, guys. All the connections we could ever want in the city. Right. Education. 40%. Okay. So when it comes to the population, let me just quickly check it. 0 deaths a week. So the population's not dying out just yet. Even though 25% of the population is seniors. So it's going to happen very, very soon. 5% of the population are unemployed. They're good statistics, man. Very, very good statistics. Wow. Wowzers. How many people are going to this school? 93. What about these ones? We're getting quite a few on those. And there. So they are working. It is beneficial. It is very beneficial, guys. Very beneficial. Right, okay, education now. It's still 40%. 0 deaths. But we'll keep an eye on it. So we're now starting to see the first few people dying in the city. 13 deaths a week are now occurring. But we managed to go up to 41% highly educated population before that time. Now, granted, everybody who's currently dying didn't have the full education system when they first moved in. So it's like new people coming right now and now can have the full education experience. Obviously, the people that moved in at the start of us building the city, the ones that are dying now, didn't even have elementary schools to begin with. So we can't expect those to, further their career. But 80% of citizens have graduated. How good is that? Well, in terms of elementary anyway. High school 62, university 70. So the percentage of university to high school is a lot different, which is kind of crazy. 47 deaths a week now, so we're going to see a population dip because more people are going to be dying than being birthed in the city. And I'm just hoping the hearse can keep up with it. You know what? We're going to have to place down a few more of these. Because I can see that being a big issue at some point. Trying to keep up with the death rate. So we get a couple of more in. Oh, I ain't got enough money. Fine. Don't want to place in anyway. Well, we get those in anyway, just so we can handle the death care, because that's going to be a huge issue in the city. But buildings are still upgrading, meaning more and more people can move in. That's now a fully upgraded building. This one's now on its way. So more people could move in. So we are pushing that population to 10,000. And I wonder how much that is. 43%. Wow. Wow. At this point, I don't think we're not going to get anywhere near 100%. So 50% highly educated, I'll be very happy with. It just shows you that you can't educate everyone. That's what this game proves. You cannot educate everybody. But you can educate most. And my goal now is 50%. Now I realise we got to get 50%, right, guys? We just have to. Are these buildings fully upgraded? What is this one just gone up to now? Okay. So some of them are, which is really handy. Some of them haven't, but we're going to hit that huge death wave, guys. We're going to hit that huge death wave very soon. It's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody dies out. It's now 44%. We're slowly but surely getting there, guys. Is there anything else I could do to boost the city? I'm trying to think what else I could place in. I mean, we're making 5,000 a week. We've got an airport in. Bringing lots of peeps. What about a train network? Is that really bringing anybody in? There's a train now coming. How many people are going to get off it? Oh, you get a fair few. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's take a look at the city stats anyway. Power, good. Water, good. Garbage, good. Education, 46%. Everyone's happy. Everybody is healthy. Death care is good. You see, oh, it's now increasing rapidly. Oh, everyone's going to be dying, man. Traffic-wise, there's literally no traffic in the city. Noise, yeah, you're going to get some noise. Public transport's pretty decent as well. But now people are dying out quite rapidly. Look at that, 102 deaths a week versus 45 births. Wow. 47% highly educated. We're pushing it, guys. We're definitely pushing it. I find it hilarious when you have like high density one side and low density the other. How ridiculously highly upgraded the high density residential is. It's crazy just to see the kind of differences. But anyway, we're doing pretty good. I don't think we'll ever get to 10,000 population because I feel like we've kind of maxed out the current zoning that we have with the buildings because they're all like highly like upgraded. It's just we're battling the constant birth and death rate, which it's kind of like evened out slightly. 4% unemployed, but look at the education. 54% are now highly educated. How crazy is that? 97% of all students that go to elementary school graduate, as you can see. High school is 85, university is 90. Look at that, uneducated 7%. Now it's a 55% highly educated. I just don't feel like it's going to get any higher than that. We are pushing so much to try and get it to them levels, but it gets very difficult at that point. Very difficult to push it any further because it all comes down to like them wanting to go to be educated. Then it comes down to like the pass rate. I don't know how the game's algorithms work. New people moving in obviously are uneducated as well. So I think 55 is the best we're probably ever gonna get. Not quite the 100 I thought we could achieve, but I'm very happy with 55%. That's well over half of the population are smart, intelligent people. They ain't fools. They ain't fools in this town. It's crazy, isn't it? It is legit crazy. And I think, even though it's probably not possible to get 100% highly educated, 55 is good enough, right? 55 is good enough. Let's make that 56%. 56%. That is ridiculously crazy. So even though the population's growing, it's not growing enough to get to 10,000 people. I'll have to build a few extra roads and whatnot, but then that will kind of just mess up my whole statistics with the education levels anyway. But even buildings are still upgrading. How is that even possible right now? How is it even possible for the buildings to still be upgraded? 57%. Oh my good God. Are we closing on 60% right now? I have no freaking idea. 3% of the whole population is unemployed. Amazing. It's crazy. What's the old tourism like? We've got 318 tourists. Not bad. Transport's increasing. Again, it would do. As the population increases, transport usage will obviously increase. 8% uneducated. My mind is blown. We're nearly 90% high school graduates. 93% university graduates. These stats are so damn good, guys. These stats are so damn good. I'm so impressed. Ridiculously impressed. I don't feel like we can get any more upgrades. These buildings are not far off upgrading. They will upgrade with time, but damn, boy, it is crazy. 58% highly educated. What is going on? I think that's a good number. I think that's a good number to call it there. Not quite the 100%. It'd be very difficult to get 100% highly educated, but I don't know. Is it possible? Let me know in the comment section. What's the highest highly educated statistic you've ever had? I suppose if you had like one family living in the city, it's very easier then to get them to be university graduates. Maybe. I don't know, but let me know in the comment section down below, guys. The population's at 9,700. Maybe it will get to 10,000, but it's going to be a struggle to get it to that point. Again, we'll check one last time. We have now got a highly educated level of 59%. Wow. Wow. What does that put our university graduate statistic at? 94%. High school's now at 92%. It's all in the 90s, the graduation levels. That's crazy to think how good it's now become. 60% highly educated. Right, that's the perfect number to end on, guys. 60% of our population has a university degree. Just think about that. Hope you did enjoy this fun and different experiment to normal. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good.